Yeah, look straight ahead.
I'm looking at the lens.
You're being videoed.
Am I straight looking at you?
Yes. Welcome back, Veggie Family. We are so glad to see you. So fall is now upon us. And the great thing about fall is the lovely vegetables that are in season. So you have all kinds of fun squashes. So today we are going to do a recipe with a spaghetti squash. And the great thing about spaghetti squash is you can use spaghetti squash in place of any recipe that uses noodles. So today we are going to be making vegetable lo mein. And you are going to love it right here, right now on Vegetari-Yum. For today's recipe, we will need 1/4 cup reduced sodium soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 2 teaspoons of ginger, and then 2 teaspoons of brown rice syrup or honey. So whichever one you have at the house is fine. That's actually just a sweetener. 2 cloves of minced garlic, a 1/3 cup of water, a pound package of frozen stir-fry veggies, of course your choice which kind you choose, 6 ounces of extra firm tofu, 2 spaghetti squash, and then this recipe is actually going to serve 4. Okay, so now we are preparing. We're going to pour in our liquid ingredients first. Soy sauce, water, and we want to put in our honey or rice syrup, whatever you may be using.
What are we using?
We're using honey.
Woohoo! I like honey.
I know you do. This is a little sticky, so try to make sure you can get as much as you can out of your dish.
Yeah, if you can find the non-sticky honey, feel free to use that.
Alright, now we're going to start putting in our other ingredients. Minced garlic, cornstarch, and ginger.
Don't forget to get those spinny sounds too when you put your plates back down.
Now you're going to whisk this all together because you don't want it to be clumpy.
Nope.
Alright, once you've whisked that together, we're going to get this ready and start boiling. So after this starts to boil, then we will add our frozen veggies, cover, and cook them for 5 to 6 minutes or until tender. Okay, so this is boiling now. I'm going to turn it down. Now we want to add our veggies. Alright. Now I'm just going to give these a quick stir around. So I'm coating all of those veggies. This would work better if I was using a spoon and not a whisk.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but...
Thank you. Alright, so just get all those veggies nice and coated.
Ooh.
Nice and coated. Alright, now we are going to put the lid on this and we are going to cook them again about 5 to 6 minutes or until tender. And in the meantime, while you're doing this, meanwhile the vegetables are cooking, we are going to work on our spaghetti squash. Okay, so while your vegetables are cooking, we have of course pre-cooked our spaghetti squash, which you can also do. You want to start taking your fork and you just want to start carefully pulling back that spaghetti squash because these are going to be used as the noodles, of course. Now I'm going to peel it a little bit carefully than maybe some of you because I'm actually going to use this as a bowl when we eat. Now if you don't care about using this, you can, be crazy, but I'm just doing it very carefully because I'm going to use this as a bowl to serve in. So you're just kind of going around, getting out the spaghetti squash. And like I said, we have prepared this spaghetti squash ahead of time. We will link a video to how to prepare spaghetti squash. It's really easy. But you're just going to keep scraping all the way down until you're finished. Alright, so you can see I have a lot of nice spaghetti squash in here.
Ooh.
Yes.
Noodles.
And now, again, like I said, I am going to, thank you, I'm going to use this as a bowl. So if you're having company over and you want it to be pretty, you can, of course, get out your, whoops.
Get out your whoops.
Not inside your bowl. get out your scissors, trim it up. And this is kitchen scissors, by the way. Not your scissors that you...
Not your office scissors.
Yes, not your office scissors. So if you just want to trim it up a little bit to make it look a little bit pretty. Okay. Alright, so there we have a nice bowl that we are going to fill
Nice.
when we're all done.
Fantastic.
Okay, so of course we already prepared the spaghetti squash. Now the tofu, again, you've seen in many of our tofu videos, we have already let this wrap in a towel to get the moisture out, and now all we're going to do for this is literally just crumble it. So however big of crumble flakes you want, you're just going to take your tofu and you're just going to crumble it up like this. So real simple, nothing special. You're just crumbling it.
And it's fun.
Okay, so our vegetables are pretty much almost ready. They need a little bit more time, but in the meantime, what we're going to do now is we're going to add our spaghetti squash because we want it to get a little bit of that flavor all mixed in. So we're going to get all of that in there. And don't worry, I washed my hands. Okay, so our vegetables were ready. We added our spaghetti squash. We're giving that a nice stir to get that all together. Okay? Now that the spaghetti squash is in there, we're going to give it just another minute. We're just trying to get that spaghetti squash to soak up some of that good flavor, and then we're getting ready to add our tofu. Okay, so we're going to start adding our tofu. I'm going to add a little bit at a time and give it a stir so it doesn't clump all together. Start stirring that in. Okay, add some more. Alright. Make sure you hang on to that pot when you're stirring all this together. And if you get a little bit of clumps of your spaghetti squash, just take your spoon and kind of break them up. Get this all stirred around. Now at this point, some people may want to add just a tiny little bit more of soy sauce, just to give it a little extra taste. That's fine.
Or if a lot of your stuff boils out water-wise and you need to moisten it up a bit.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Alright, so I'm going to give that just another minute to get all together with those sauces. And then we're going to get ready to prepare it in our shell. Okay, so we are all done and we are ready to load up our spaghetti squash. Alright, so there we have it. Now we're going to go to Eric's favorite part.
Alright.
Hey guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are being really safe. I hope you're having a good day. Can you believe October is already here? Man, I am ready for 2020 to be done, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what this video is about. It is about our wonderful lo mein, vegetable lo mein. So, we'll go ahead and bring the camera around because you know we have to get the trademark close-up shot. You look at that tofu, the lo mein noodles, the spaghetti squash. You look at those wonderful vegetables inside. I mean, we just got a lot of goodness going on here. So, anyone that knows me knows that I love Asian cuisine, whether it be Japanese, Chinese, Thai, or something else. So, of course, I'm going to have the chopsticks out because I just love chopsticks. So, let's go and get into some of this. It's really good. Now, of course, the spaghetti squash, you're going to have a little slight different texture than a noodle. You know, a regular noodle will give you more of a squish. This is more of a little slight crunch. But I really like the change in the texture. The sauce that we made with the ginger and the soy sauce and all that is also very tasty. As always, the tofu is very creamy and very good. It also helps absorb some of those flavors. And then, of course, we have the other star of our dish, which is our vegetables. And I'm not meaning to talk with a mouthful, so sorry about that. And sometimes you're going to get your spaghetti squash are going to come out super beautiful with noodles, like noodles. Sometimes they come out not looking as much as noodles. Of course, we did a lot of breaking up of vegetables and whatnot, so we kind of got a little chopped noodle thing going on, almost like when you have spaghetti and you're feeding your your 8-year-old spaghetti or something, and they're like, and you're like, okay, I'll cook it up for you. We kind of got that thing going on here. I am definitely not going to eat this much, contrary to popular belief. I know a lot of people think I could, but yeah, that's a lot. So, but it's delicious. So who knows? I might break through it anyway. That is the lo mein, vegetable lo mein. So I keep getting the name wrong. So that'll do it for this episode of Vegetari-Yum. Thank you all for staying around. And I just want to say thanks. Remember to share. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like. Tell your friends about it. I know you got some friends that eat some vegetables that aren't on our channel. So get them on. So that'll do it. So from all of us here. Stay. From all of us here at Vegetari-Yum. I'm Eric.
I'm Shelly.
And y'all have a wonderful and safe day.
Bye.
See ya.